Beneath the star-draped skies of ancient Mesopotamia, where the rivers Tigris and Euphrates whispered secrets of a forgotten age, the Sumerians forged a civilization that shimmered like a mirage on the horizon of time. Among their many legacies, ziggurats piercing the heavens, cuneiform script etched into clay, none is more enigmatic than the Sumerian King List. This ancient manuscript, a relic of a world lost to the sands, speaks of kings who ruled for thousands of years, their reigns stretching into the realm of the divine. It is a chronicle that defies our understanding, blending the ethereal with the historical, the scientific with the mystical. In this journey through the Sumerian King List, we unveil 15 facts that illuminate its mysteries, weaving a tale that is at once informative, otherworldly, and irresistibly captivating. Prepare to step into a time when gods walked the earth, their shadows cast long and luminous across the annals of history. In the dawn of the 20th century, the ruins of Nippur lay silent, a crumbling testament to Sumer's grandeur. Here, in 1900, German-American archaeologist Hermann Hilprecht knelt amidst the dust, his fingers brushing against a clay prism inscribed with wedge-shaped markings. This was no ordinary find. It was a fragment of the Sumerian King List, a text that would soon reveal a lineage of kings spanning millennia. Hilprecht's discovery was the first of many. Over the decades, more than a dozen copies emerged from Babylon, Susa, Assyria, and even the Royal Library of Nineveh, dating back to the 7th century BC. Each shard, each tablet, whispered of a time when mortal rulers bore the weight of divine crowns, their names preserved as if by celestial decree. The Sumerian King List is a masterpiece of ancient record-keeping, composed in the Sumerian tongue and inscribed in cuneiform, the script of the gods. It unfolds as a meticulous catalogue, names of kings, lengths of their reigns, and the cities they governed. From Eridu, the first city, to the dynasties of Isin, the list traces a sacred lineage. Its opening line, after kingship descended from heaven, sets a tone of divine origin, suggesting that rulership was not born of human ambition but bestowed from above. The text organizes kings by dynasty and city, a cosmic tapestry that maps the movement of power across Sumer's fertile plains. Before the floodwaters came, the Sumerian King List speaks of 8 kings who ruled for a total of 241,200 years. Alulim the first held sway in Eridu for 28,800 years. Al-Aljar followed with 36,000 years. In Bad Tibira, Enmenluana reigned for 43,200 years, while Dumuzid, the shepherd, governed for 36,000 years. These reigns are not mere exaggerations, they are impossibilities, spans that stretch beyond mortal comprehension into the realm of the divine. Were these kings gods in human form, sent to shepherd humanity's infancy? Or do their reigns encode a deeper truth, a symbolic measure of time lost to us? Their names glow like constellations, illuminating a world where the divine and earthly intertwined. After the flood, the Sumerian King List shifts tone. The reigns of kings shorten, as if the deluge washed away the divine essence that once sustained them. Jushur, the first post-Diluvian king, ruled for 1,200 years, a span still vast, yet a whisper compared to the antediluvian titans. As the list progresses, reigns dwindle to centuries, then decades, hinting at a transition from myth to history. This change intrigues scholars. Does it reflect a real shift in power or a cultural reimagining of time? The post-Diluvian kings stand as a bridge, their reigns a faint echo of the godlike rulers who came before, grounding the list in a semblance of human reality. After kingship descended from heaven, the kingship was in Eridu. These words open the Sumerian King List, proclaiming rulership as a divine endowment. In Sumerian belief, kings were not mere mortals, but chosen vessels of the gods, their authority a sacred mandate. This concept of divine kingship permeates the list, framing each ruler as a link in a celestial chain. Was this descent a literal event, a moment when the heavens bestowed power upon earth, or a metaphor for the sanctity of rule? The Sumerians saw their kings as intermediaries, their thrones resting on the edge of the divine, their reigns a testament to a cosmic order. The Sumerian King List is a tale of movement, of kingship drifting like a sacred flame from city to city. It begins in Eridu, then shifts to Bad Tibira, Larak, Sippar, and Shuruppak before the flood. Afterward, it passes to Kish, Uruk, and beyond, each transition marked by the phrase, "Then city fell, and the kingship was taken to new city." What drove these shifts? War, catastrophe, or divine will? Some see a historical record of power struggles among city-states, others a mythic journey, each city a chapter in Sumer's unfolding destiny. This restless kingship paints a picture of a civilization in flux, their rulers bound to an ever-changing tapestry of fate. Then the flood swept over. With these stark words, the Sumerian King List marks a cataclysm that divides its narrative. Before the flood, kings reigned for millennia. Afterward, their years grew shorter. This deluge mirrors flood myths worldwide, the epic of Gilgamesh, the biblical Noah, suggesting a shared memory of destruction and renewal. Archaeological traces of floods in Mesopotamia lend credence to the tale, yet its role in the list feels grander. A cosmic reset, a purging of the divine age to usher in a human one. The flood stands as both history and symbol, its waters a boundary between worlds. The Sumerian King List straddles a delicate line between legend and reality. Its post-Diluvian kings with reigns of centuries hint at historical figures. Gilgamesh of Uruk, for instance, appears in both the list and other records. Yet the Antediluvian kings, with their godlike tenures, seem born of myth. The list makes no distinction, presenting all as part of a seamless lineage. Scholars wrestle with this duality. Is it a blend of fact and fiction, a political tool to exalt later rulers, or a cultural memory of a lost golden age? Its refusal to separate myth from history is its enduring allure, a riddle etched in clay. The antediluvian reigns, 28,800 years, 43,200 years, defy logic. Measured in Sars, 3,600 years, Ners, 600 years, and Sosses, 60 years. These spans suggest a system alien to modern reckoning. Some propose they are symbolic, each Sar a year of notable rule magnified by reverence. Others link them to astronomical cycles reflecting the Sumerians' mastery of the stars. Could 36,000 years mark a celestial event like the zodiac's precession, or do they signify divine immortality? The numbers remain a cipher, their meaning a secret the Sumerians took to their graves, leaving us to marvel at their mystery. Among the list's many fragments, the Weldblundel prism shines as a beacon. This four-sided clay artifact, housed in the Ashmolean Museum, is the best-preserved copy, its cuneiform script detailing kings from Alulim to the Isin dynasty. Unearthed in the early 20th century, it survived war and time to reach Oxford in 1922, a fragile link to Sumer's past. Its surface, etched with precision, feels like a portal. Touch it, and you might hear the whispers of ancient scribes, their hands shaping a narrative that spans the divine and human realms. The Sumerian King List divides academia. Some see it as a historical core wrapped in myth, pointing to post-Diluvian kings like Gilgamesh as evidence. Others deem it propaganda, a fabricated lineage to bolster later dynasties. The Antediluvian reigns fuel the debate, too fantastical for fact yet too detailed for mere fable. Is it a distorted record of early rulers or a theological construct? The list resists easy answers, its ambiguity a mirror to our own quest for understanding. Each theory, each argument adds to its mystique, a puzzle unsolved by science or faith. To the Sumerians, kingship was no earthly prize, it was a divine burden. The list reflects this, portraying rulers as stewards of a heavenly trust, their reigns part of a sacred continuum. This belief shaped Sumerian society, legitimizing dynasties and binding rulers to the gods. The list was more than a record, it was a covenant, a declaration that power flowed from the divine to the mortal. In its lines we glimpse a worldview where kings were priests and shepherds, their thrones altars to the celestial will. The Sumerian King List resonates beyond Mesopotamia. Its flood narrative parallels the epic of Gilgamesh and Genesis, while its long-lived antediluvian kings echo biblical patriarchs. Did Sumer's tales spread through trade and conquest, seeding later myths, or do they reflect a universal human impulse to explain our origins? The list stands as a cornerstone, its themes rippling through cultures, a testament to shared stories that bind humanity across millennia. Its influence is a quiet, pervasive force, whispering of a time when gods and floods shaped the world. The Sumerians gazed at the heavens, their calendars and myths tied to the cosmos. Could the list's reigns reflect this? The numbers, multiples of 60 and 360, echo their sexagesimal system used to track stars and planets. Some theorize that each reign marks an astronomical cycle, a king's tenure tied to celestial rhythms. A reign of 36,000 years might symbolize a grand cosmic shift, blending rulership with the universe's dance. Though speculative, this idea showcases Sumer's astronomical prowess, casting the list as a starry map of divine kingship. Why did the antediluvian kings reign so long? Were they gods, their immortality a gift from heaven? Symbols of eras, their years a poetic flourish? Or memories of real rulers, magnified by time? The Sumerian King List offers no resolution, its silence as potent as its words. This mystery is its heart, a lure that draws us into a world where gods ruled earth. It challenges us to question, to dream, to seek the truth behind reigns that shimmer like mirages forever out of reach, yet forever compelling. The Sumerian King List is more than a text. It is a portal, a bridge to an age when the divine brushed against the mortal. Its 15 facts weave a narrative that is mystical yet grounded, scientific yet serene, a story that dances between history and legend. As we stand beneath the same stars that lit Sumer's skies, we feel the weight of their legacy, a civilization that dared to write its gods into being, to etch their reigns into eternity. In its enigma, we find ourselves seekers of the past, awed by the shadows of those who ruled when gods walked the earth.